Have you ever acted like everything was just fine when it really wasn't? I want you to think of it like sitting in a broken chair and pretending like it's totally normal. We do this in life all the time. Sometimes things feel off, but instead of asking about it, we ignore it. That's what was happening when David showed up in today's story. David didn't come to fight a giant. He came to bring lunch and noticed something wasn't right. So he started asking questions. A lot of times we don't ask questions because we're nervous. We don't want to look silly, start drama, or be wrong. So instead, we assume things. Like when a friend posts something online that hurts your feelings, do you ask what they meant? Or do you just get upset and let it grow inside of you? When we don't ask questions, confusion usually gets bigger. But when we do ask, clarity comes. Right? So let's read what happens with David in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 29 through 31. And it says, "Now what have I done?" said David. "I can't even speak." He then turned away to someone else and brought up the same matter, and the man answered him as before. What David said was overheard and reported to Saul, and Saul sent for him. Everyone in Israel's army was so scared of the giant Goliath. They heard him shouting every day, but nobody did anything. David shows up with food and starts asking questions like, why is everyone so afraid? What's going to happen to the person who stands up to him? Now, David wasn't trying to be cool or tough. He was just trying to be honest and curious. And because he asked questions, his words reached the king. Those questions moved David from the sidelines right in the middle of God's plan. Here's the big idea. God isn't bothered by your questions. A lot of times he uses them to lead you forward. Questions can move us from confusion to clarity, right? Think about one or two questions that you really want answers to. Maybe they're about friendship, about school, maybe a choice that you need to make, or something that worries you. Open your notes app, or in the comments below, I want you to write some of your top questions. Write down 1 to 3 questions that you need clarity on. Then put a star next to one. That's the one that you will ask somebody that you trust this week, whether it's a parent, a leader, a coach, or a friend. There's no dumb questions. Real questions help us grow. You don't have to pretend like everything's okay. God is with you in this confusion, and he often brings clarity when we're brave enough to ask, just like David did. So when something feels off, pause and get curious and ask questions. Questions can lead you closer to the truth and to peace. So go out there and be curious and ask questions. Have a beautiful week, everybody.